Twisted Fate. And then the top lane will most likely be Smolder into the Urgot. Now I think the matchup for Smolder should be fine. I think Urgot drafted comps that look cohesive. This one... This one could work. Put the volume up a little bit.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Okay, pushing 30, deciding to go for the stack
30 seconds until minions spawn.
right next to the bread buff wall. Expecting some kind of invade from Racketeers, but that one is not coming, and I do agree with Racketeers' decision. I mean, invading into this pushing 30 team feels like it carries a lot of risk. I mean, TF will always start with pick a card, and that is a guaranteed stun onto whoever decides to face check first, and then Rakan with his W, he can take that ability. If he, you know, sees multiple people about to face check, he can just knock all of them up in the air, and that already is recipe for a level 1 disaster. So, yeah, Racketeers exercising patience, and that is definitely something I can agree with. Rack already getting his push in the mid lane, and that shouldn't really surprise anyone. You just ignore a lot of that damage with the Q heal. And he also just pushes the wave faster because he has more AD. And the AoE from Spinning Slash. Twisted Fate, just try as he might, he cannot handle that push. So we'll have to see what happens in the mid lane. Oh, big trades in the bot lane, and actually Granny Spanner gets first blood in the mid lane. Rack 96 trades way too hard, and that is a level 2 solo kill. Both parties having to flash, but that is a big blunder from Rack 96, something that I did not expect to happen this early into the game. Also a big kill from Unk's bot lane as well. Utilizing level 2 power spike. Outlaw and Inti on Lucian and Rakan just instantly going in and getting that killed. An early 2-piece for Unks. Amazing start. Now maybe Granny's Banner in a little bit of trouble, as this wave is not looking like it's in the best spot. And he could be chased down by the jungler if this wave stays for long enough in the same position. Chop is heading mid, and Granny's Banner does not have that side warded. This could be trouble, but he actually backs off. He actually backs off just in time. On the top lane island, we see Urgot and Smolder just CSing. Just tolerating each other's presence for now. Now we see Chop the Farmer once again making his way mid. The Nautilus is here too. The chain CC will land. Granny Spanner with no flash is a sitting duck, and it's a great punish from Racketeers. It was a slip up for Rack, but now his team makes sure that that Twisted Fate flash does not go unpunished. And what will that also mean for the bot lane here? As Mumu and Nautilus could make their way down bot from this position. Unks do not have this warded, and they are still pushing up. This could be trouble. Outlaw has no flash. We'll have to see what happens. Both of them already heading down bot. Potentially looking for an angle. Chop the Farmer misses his bandage toss, and the dredge line also hits the wall from Enix. So even though they had this great angle, they are denied by terrain, so to speak. And what could have been at least one kill from Racketeers basically is just a bit of a failure on their part. Uh-oh. Cooper going for an invade, but Rack96 spots him. We have another fight in the bot lane. Dredgeline onto Inti. He has his dashes though. He could be able to get away. He gets the knock-up in time, but that is still a kill for Racketeers. Outlaw dashing in desperately to get 1 kill back, but he will not be able to do so. 2 kills for Racketeers. Chop the Farmer, very active in this early game, and he is getting all the spoils on the map. Getting the kill mid, getting 2 kills bot. Great response from Racketeers. And we will continue to see Rack having priority inside of this lane. I don't think TF will be able to do a lot. Especially when Rack already has Tiamat. Like, the pushing power is absolutely insane from this Tryndamere right now. Okay. Unk's going for a bit of a freeze. Racketeer is trying to stop it right now, but it's still... the wave is still frozen. It's still a little bit awkward. Racketeer's not in danger of being ganked right now. But it's still not really a situation they want to be in as the exhaust comes in from Inti. They want to go for this all in. Only 1 auto attack necessary to kill off 5, but he gets away in time. But now Enix will be the target to follow. And Outlaw just needs a little bit more of a knock-up now lands from Inti. And it's a 2v2 kill once again for Unks, as they continue to show off their dominance in this lane. Inti with back-to-back Team of the Week votes for support. He's showing us exactly why that is, as now Cooper in a 1v2 situation, he overextends for a little bit of damage. And things were definitely getting hairy there, but Unks do not suffer any casualties for that, although now Chop the Farmer could be looking for another gank as Enix flashes in to get at least some kind of CC onto one of the members of Unks. Rakan will have to die here, most likely. There's no escape. And it's once again just a great punish from Racketeers. Finding the angle they were looking for, and the dragon is up as well. This is exactly the sequence that we were looking for. Oh, Tenshi caught by that slow. T-Zones will try to all-in him right now, but the ultimate completely misses. Tenshi still had flash, of course, but that is a window that T-Zones will not have for another 90 seconds or so. And Smolder so far has been stacking this call quite unopposed. Because now with this kill, the Racketeers bot lane are feeling pretty comfortable, all things considered. 5 should be able to hit this Yuntal Wild Arrows pretty fast. Now that he has Cole and he has the F-Sword. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I was wondering, because Collector is a popular Aphelios Rush item, but it doesn't build out of BF Sword anymore, so I was wondering what that was about. And now we see the pickaxe as well. So we'll have to see what 5 is building as his first item. As Unk's now moving towards the grubs, maybe trying to get some kills as well. The Amumu ult actually does a lot of damage. We're trying to kill off Smolder in the back, but he's not going to die most likely as Chop the Farmer gets the first kill. There is a 1-for-1, however, as T-Zubs gets his man with the ultimate. At the end of the day, it's Nocturne that secures 2 grubs, maybe even 3, but Rack96 may have something to say about that. In the end, Unks do secure all 3 grubs, and now Rack is in a lot of trouble. He has to pop Undying Rage. Well, he will try to kill at least 1 guy, but that's not going to work. Nice flash from him. Tries to get to the Blast Cone, does not do so, but now Tenshi takes advantage of the situation. It was a chaotic fight, and he finds the angle to get 2 kills. So huge for Racketeers, as this top lane Smolder is very far ahead compared to this counterpart right now. Just really good fighting from Racketeers. And getting these carries ahead this early into the game could mean the difference between winning and losing. And now Unks 2v2 kill. It will be so as Aphelios falls down to the Rakan. And now Unks looking for another. Exhaust comes in from Edix. The depth charge, but Chop the Farmer bandage toss in reply. He's once again bot lane just in time to save the day. It's a double for the Racketeers jungler. And Chop has been just in lanes non-stop. Not really farming as much, but his pathing so far has been a godsend for Racketeers. Rack 96 still pushing, still applying pressure. Pretty easy for him to just get at least 9 CS per minute average when playing this champion. There isn't really much to do in terms of like advanced wave management. In his case, just pushing and moving all the time, making sure that Twisted Fate can't really make a lot of use of his ultimate. But now Smolder may finally get punished, as there is no flash on the Racketeers top laner, and Unks get that kill. Big shutdown for T-Zums. And that should make the top lane situation a little bit more bearable, but now another gank onto mid lane, and Granny Spanner has no flash. Chop gets another. 40 seconds until this dragon. This is potentially a good situation for Racketeers to try and contest, but you have to remember, Curse of the Sad Mummy is now gone. So what will Unks do, given that this really impactful ultimate is now not available for Racketeers? Racketeers have pushed for now, but 5 actually deciding to base right before his dragon spawns. I don't know if this is the right move, as Unks have seen him recall right in front of their faces, and now they are in a position where they will try to contest a little bit more bravely. It's only 3 people right now. The Destiny from Twisted Fate, he will try to enter, perhaps into the backline. No, he just joins his team. Unks pull the trigger really fast. Nautilus dies first. It's a bit of a chaotic affair as Racketeers engage, but then disengage right after. Good route, though, from the Aphelios. And the bandage toss onto Winty, but it's a good re-engage from him. Rack, though, right in the thick of things. Undying Rage still active. He can't get a lot here, though. And that early recall from Aphelios was heavily punished by Unks, as they will most likely get this dragon, and now Smolder also in trouble. He will just die to the Urgot, and T-Zums once again. How many times have we seen this? He can be behind in the lane phase, it does not matter. Once he hit a certain point, he just finds kills. Big 1-1 on the scoreboard now. It was a bit of a rocky period for Unks, but now they once again have the gold lead. And that was certainly the right window to pull the trigger. Like, Unks, as a team, they just have this really good sense of when to go for fights and when to not go for fights. As now, Rack will get this tower, though he might pay for it for his life. Undying Rage is not off cooldown yet, and that is, in fact, a kill for Cooper. Because he's now on a killing spree, and now the immediate TP for Twisted Fate. The action does not stop as Unks take advantage of their Twisted Fate being able to affect so many lanes at once. Quick 2 kills for Unks. The action just does not stop. Unks are moving too fast for Racketeers to handle right now. Quickly moving ahead. This bot lane tower is going to fall next. No dragon to secure for now. So Racketeers will have to answer with the Rift Herald. But can they actually get it? Cooper's already in position. Inti's moving there as well. T-Zum's tanking a lot of damage and dealing a lot of damage as well. It's a 3v2. Racketeers decided to take the fight, and they have been punished extremely hard for it. They had no business going for that, and yet they thought they could actually just sneak away with it, but Unks were ready, more than ready for that to happen. And this is just beginning to look like another Unks win, as Racketeers are looking sloppy. At least in the past few minutes, we haven't really seen them do what their team comp is designed to do. It's not really a full-on 5v5 team fight that we're seeing from Racketeers. It's more so these chaotic skirmishes that Unks are handily winning. It's now almost a 4,000 gold lead. Okay, we're approaching the point where Smolder will have his perhaps third breakpoint real soon, but before we do that, we're seeing Enix get focused down by the bot lane once again. Outlaw and Inti have definitely been giving Racketeers bot lane a hard time, as now the Herald will make a charge down mid. The tier 1 tower has not yet fallen, but it's very close to falling. As Unks, do they actually want to commit to this? Chop the Farmer is close by. This could be a situation where they will get engaged on, but they get out just in time. That Curse of the Sad Mummy was about to come back off cooldown as well. So that would have been a dangerous situation for sure. We can look at Smolder's stacks now. He is at 146. So he's a little bit behind schedule, you could say. Gonna need more time than that. Curse of the Sad Mummy and Flash committed for Twisted Fate. But is it a little bit too much as Smolder just get blown up where he stands? It's a 1-for-1 right now. But Nocturne will be able to outdamage the Amumu. Now that he's gotten these extra kills in the 1v1, the Nocturne with the attack speed steroid, with the AD, he's simply superior. And Racketeers getting punished for attacking the Twisted Fate in the side lane is just as we mentioned before this game started. Nocturne can just appear in the side lane at any given moment. So when you decide to go for this kind of play, you have to factor in that it could turn from a 2v1 into a 2v2 in a very short amount of time, as now Unks going straight to the dragon. Twisted Fate still has his TP. We're already working with a numbers advantage, essentially. I don't think Racketeers want to be contesting this. Should be dragon number 2 for Unks, as we're looking at a Mountain Soul later into this game, if we get to that point. Rack pushing down mid. He will not, in fact, face check, but he will get hit by some CC, as now Racketeers in the spot of Bobber. as Nocturne goes straight to the Aphelios. He's zoned off of this fight. He's feared. And Unks just continue their charge. It's a 1-for-1 right now, but I don't think Unks mind one bit as the health bars are still looking better for them. Curse of Sad Mummy hits, but I don't think that's going to matter. Although, Undying Rage is still there. Rack managing to survive for a long time. He gets a triple. The Smolder arrives as well. And it is a turnaround for Racketeers. As Unks, without their ADC, were feeling a little bit too brave about the fight. They overextended to the Tryndamere. Manages to get a lot done. And that gold lead has been brought down a little bit. Outlaw does get the bot lane tier 2 tower, so that is a lot of isolated gold going into his pocket. He will be able to finish Infinity Edge with this objective takedown. But that is definitely a warning sign for Unks. From now on, it really feels like these fights have to happen fast, and the kills have to happen fast. Because if they don't, Racketeers have the firepower to contend with Unks. This gold lead is still 3,000 for pushing 30, but I don't think they can feel very comfortable right now. It's still a bit of a problem as Rack decides to flash away from the Fear Beyond Death, even though he had his ultimate. I'm pretty sure he had his ultimate. NT going for the engage onto both Aphelios and Mumu. Mumu doing a lot of damage in response. The first kill is towards Unks. NT gets away, not quite. Chop the Farmer still in the thick of things, but now he's hit by 4 members of Unks and he quickly falls. Another weird fight from Racketeers, it has to be said. Smolder nowhere near. Tryndamere pushing down top. You're either committing to this playstyle where you're trading towers for neutral objectives, or you just suffer the consequences like Racketeers just did. How much Racketeers can get to this is the question. Tier 1 mid already gone. Tier 2 mid and top will follow as well, so this is a pretty good injection for Racketeers. All things considered, they do get a lot. Back 96 has ult, so he's not scared whatsoever. So pushing 30 do pay a hefty price for this Atacon. The gold lead is getting slimmer. It's only 2,000 right now. As Chop the Farmer is heavily itemizing towards armor if you look at the scoreboard at the bottom. Frozen Heart already completed, and it looks like, well, he has Bramble Vest. What could follow after this is Unending Despair or something like Randomans. We'll have to see what he decides to go for. But right now he has a lot of armor. And he also has the built-in damage reduction on auto attacks with his E passive, I believe. So it's really hard to take him down with just auto attacks. He's very tanky. It will take a lot of effort for Unks to take him down, as now they might just try and do that. But they have to be careful. Granny Spanner in no man's land right now, or you could even say in enemy territory. He gets brought down first, and this is a very awkward situation for Unks right now. They still do have the Recon engage. They have the Nocturne close by. Teasums does not have his TP though. And Rack 96 has his. So right now, Unks definitely have to be careful. They do not want to go for a fight. I do believe the play is to just concede the dragon. It did not work out for them, but there will be more opportunities past this point. Although you can definitely see that the noose is tightening for pushing 30. They feel like they have to go for these kinds of fights to push their lead further, but it's just going to get harder and harder as the game progresses. They're heavily indexed towards physical damage. They are not a long-range team composition either. They have to commit into the Smolder and into the Aphelios. Outlaw without cleanse in these fights as well, which could be a factor. I'm not sure if Enti has Mikhail's yet. He does not. He opted for Mikhail's and Knight's Vow. Sorry, for Locket and Knight's Vow. Mikhail's is potentially on the way. That's a Kindle gem. We'll have to see what comes out of that. The Outlaw definitely has to invest in Lord Dominic's regards at this point. Someone has to be able to kill this Amumu. He's going for an unending despair next. Will we see pushing 30 be handed their first loss of the season? Izum's recalling in a bit of a risky spot, but he gets away in time. Baron is already up. Racketeers don't really have any vision in that pocket of a map yet. Onk's looking for a pick, but look at where they are on the map right now. Oof. That almost looked like they were about to be closed in on by Racketeers, but instead they try to go in for the Nocturne. Nocturne flashes away from the bandage toss. Things are looking tense as now Enix face checks a brush. He has to flash away next. Summoner's being blown a little bit willy-nilly, you could say. Now, Granny's Banner has to back off before he gets collapsed on. Onk somehow still maintaining control of this quadrant. I really thought they would be able to do more. I feel like with Amumu being this strong, if the carries are in position, you should be able to just do a lot of damage in a short span of time. We'll have to see what happens. Both Urgot and Tryndamere having that TP available in the side lane. I would definitely like Racketeers to put more emphasis on the mid-wave being pushed in first, because I feel like that's where we're finding trouble. Because now, yeah, Aphelios has to move back. He has to catch this mid-wave at the tower. And this gives Unks that little bit of time to reclaim vision on that pocket. And you have to do all of this all over again. You actually want to find an advantageous position, I feel like you have to get that mid-wave pushed in nice and fast before you can do anything. It's a bit of an awkward lull state on the map right now, but that could soon change as Undying Rage is used by Tryndamere, and that should be an easy kill on T-Zums. Rack has the TP. It's a big death timer right now for Onks. 40 seconds. Instead of Rack, Rack will not make the rotation. He will just maintain the pressure down top. Onks will actually answer with more than 2 people. Outlaw uses his culling, but Tryndamere has that spin. He was not going to get hit by that. And that is potentially a window for Racketeers to get in that top lane river, or topside river rather, and just get that vision. Just get that vision prepared. This could be a window where Angst will have to sweat to reclaim that part of the map. Racketeers are just straight up hitting the Baron now. And I don't know if they want to be walking right into the Amumu. Bandage toss could be scary. The TP comes in from Rack. Nocturne comes in for the Smite Steal, but he will not find it. Onks try to go for the team fight, but like we were saying before, they just don't have the chance. In a full-blown 5v5, they just get blown up. It's almost a clean ace for Racketeers. It's 30 minutes into this game. This will be a huge punish from Racketeers. We will see a lot of objectives fall here. Will this be the end of the game? I'm not sure. Outlaw's still in the base, but he's the only one standing. 12 seconds until Inti's back up. I don't think this can be done. I think Racketeers will just be able to hand pushing 30 their first loss of the season. A team fight comp with two heavily pronounced late game threats. Racketeers make it happen. Pushing 30 have to eat crow for the first time this season. It's a big upset. Racketeers turn everything upside down. It's no longer about Rack split pushing, it's about the team fighting. This is how they ultimately won this game.